How long? Yeah, I was gonna. Well, I could right now. This is that sun. Hey guys, how you been? Is there sound? The opposite of that.
Test. All right. And welcome down here to essentially end up with minor premiers. And Glenelg will find themselves into offense. Dan Evans with the ball, kicks it last game. Will be looking at bringing his teammates into the game. Just fires that one on the feet. Clint Barker with the ball with the clear. Kicks it up there to Jack Woodford, and he's off to the races. But Brody Nickel busting back into defence. He's got Fuss to his left, and Jack Woodford will pick the ball up there. And Brighton will find themselves in an offensive set. Kicks it over to Jackson Marsh. Oh, sorry, that's Hamish Mathwin by the look of it. As shot had there. That one's just come off the keeper. So Cody with his first save. Steps again. Another big save there from Watts in the cage. That's two in about a couple of seconds. And that one's gone over the head. That's going back Glenelg's way. And we'll see a defensive clear here for the Glenelg Seahawks. Both with opportunities already in the game. And we'll see what Glenelg does with their clear here. As it's picked up by Dan Evans, the two sixes. Dan Evans against Jake Rosenthal. And you think there's a bit of a body size match up there. That's a little love tap on the hip for Dan Evans. And Jakey Rosenthal just letting him know he's right behind him early in the game and he's not going to give him any space. As Dan Evans keeps going, he steps inside, looks down and bang, there's the first of the game. And Dan Evans going coast to coast from the back corner. Ends up with a easy goal with no slides coming. And you can see here on the Living Choice instant replay, Dan Evans just getting down the side there, finding his way to the cage and putting the first away without much pressure from the defence at all. And Brighton are going to have to be better in defence for the rest of the night for that to happen. And I am just about to be joined by the man himself, Mr. Linton Arscott, who just finished a game on the other side as Jackson Marsh, there he is, picks the ball up out of the face. Great win in the face there against Marinkovic. But under pressure, Glenelg really pushing out Haskett there. Ball kicks down to Arlen Lim. And Arlen just getting the old timer, well, he's not really old, Steve Mortimer, current Hobbs medalist, but a fumble there. As Marsh did great work in the centre, but Haskett on a fast man break steps down and he's going to have to pull that one out. Good defence there from the Brighton Bombers as the ball kicks back, and I am joined by my two esteemed colleagues, Steph Guerin and Linton Arscott. Welcome.
Welcome.
Just come off the game in the back there. How'd you end up?
It was a good win for our girls. So it was, yeah.
I was going to say 18-2. Almost sounds like you put the bell out of the ball there, mate. A little push had there, but turnover. Wildy, did you get on top of him early?
Yeah, we jumped them pretty early and then just kept on pushing the game a bit and ended up getting away with a pretty comfortable win. So it was good hit out leading into the finals.
As we see one, Mitch Fuss running the ball out. And Brighton will want to have some settled offense here. Last time they got it down to the offensive set, they went pretty quickly into it, which they like to do. But a turnover. And who lit it up over the other side there between the Blue Warriors and Wildy?
Actually, some of the young girls and some of the inexperienced girls did really well today. Instead of relying on Charlotte Winnan and Olivia Parker, we actually had Anastasia Ritchie stood up for us big today through the midfield, and two of our young guns, at Woodville, and Mia Inge and Holly Dinny played exceptionally well. So, yeah.
Future of SA Women's Lacrosse right there.
Yeah, they're future stars.
As we just saw the future of maybe Australian lacrosse, Arlen Lim getting a shot off there, and a good pressure there from Steve Mortimer. This is a cutting game that they play. Mathwa, good save again from Watts. That's 3 saves at the moment Watts has had. But that could be an interference call. No, let it play on. That's what we like to see in it. Rubbin's racing, and as Stu Mortimer kicks it out to Marenkovic. They've got numbers here to Glenelg if they can move the ball quickly. Toddy Butler opens up in the centre, and that one's going out of bounds, and Brody Nickel can't get on that, going back the other way. Bit up and down at the moment in this game.
Yeah, it is. It's Brighton's typical game. They're the run and gun guys, but Glenelg are the possession gurus really this year, and so it's interesting to see they keep going up and down here. I thought Glenelg might settle.
That's about 3 or 4 unforced errors already from Brighton. They come off a good win last week against the Sturt Lacrosse Club where they were 15-0. But at the moment just seem to be throwing the ball away. And even in the second half last week when they got up and about, they seem to do that a bit. So they're going to have to tighten up on that. And I'm sure Mark Mangum will have that conversation in the quarter-time address. But Glenelg using this patient ball. And a beautiful night out here at the Bomber Dome.
It's perfect. I wish we could play this time every Saturday. It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, Luke Keesing fires that, and that's going to be backed up by Jack Price and Toddy Bartlett out there. Certainly getting some shots on the cage. You see the replay there, and you can see the crowd down here at the moment with the new Bomber Dome 2.0 in the back there. It looks inside, and nice Morton. You can't leave a man like that alone in that sort of space. Great
too
movement.
easy. Just that cutting game.
So we see here on the Living Choice Instant Replay, you see Keesing just kicks it to the sniper. Sniper looks inside. He sees Nige with no one on him, and Pridham just trailing there. He's got to get that match up happening very quickly. Otherwise, Nige, we know, can get a bag of goals on the board.
He'll eat that up all night, and he won't miss too many from that range. Nige is too good.
So Nige Borton getting on the board.
This would be good.
His first game.
Jono got the flag. Here we go.
So flag called in the middle there. Jack Price, good bounce shot. And watching earlier when they were warming up out here, I don't know what the ground over there was like. It looks a bit lush. Ball was kicking up and over the fences, and people were diving around at the back there near Bomber Dome 2.0. But it's a beautiful night for lacrosse. I mean, as you say, Steph, wouldn't want to be anywhere else if you were playing at this time, would you?
No, the only other place I'd rather be is on top of that balcony.
With the sponsors cold ale.
That's right, mate. Watching this great game.
And Nige Morton getting to free his hands again. He has come to play tonight. I think he got 5 last week. And there's another one. Good save from Chippy down low. That Keesing, they've certainly said they're going to put some shots on this Brighton defence. This is where they were really good last week, as Tommy Polden picks the ball up in defence, looks up the top.
Here we go.
Here we go. There's a fastie potentially on here. Kicks into Rosenthal. Rosenthal lights up. Oh, that's come off the defender. I reckon that's Steve. He didn't flinch then, did he, Steve?
No.
As Jake Rosenthal tries to light up the cage from the right 45. Good bit of transition there from a save from Chippy down the other end.
Yeah, Longpole really need to push that top guy to draw that rotation from defence, but he just threw it, kind of broke down the transition play there.
And you really got to, I mean, I know that was a transition ball, but there wasn't a great deal on there. The shot was probably a 20-80 shot, to be honest. They get the ball back, I suppose you have a shot. But I'm sure they'll be looking at working for some really, really good offences here. And I think, actually, I think 21 is Braden O'Brien. Or is it? Oh, that's Kai Williams, sorry. There you go. The silky number 2, I call Kai. He's a good-looking man, young Kai Williams. So Kai, just loses the handle of the ball. Good defence. Ball to be won on the outer side. Good pick up there from Ty. And Tyson just throws the ball down the back, and Brighton go about their work. They're certainly pushing wide here. Woodford, he's got young Mitch. Good double there from
Clayton Burke.
Clayton Burke.
That's a freight train.
Toot, toot. Here we go. Steps inside. Stu Mortimer. He's had a couple of, he's had a strip and nearly an interception there. Ball kicks in Kicks it to Kai, looks to Fuss. Fuss lets one rip.
That was quite nice.
And Matty Fuss certainly
impressive shot there.
heating it up, and you can see the bounce shot there. Great work from Kai Williams. Just drives, jaws. Matty Fuss steps in, bang. And if you're going to throw a bounce shot on here, that's the one you want to throw. And Matty Fuss is on the board, and we've got a 2-1 game here at the Bomberdome.
There's a bit more of a patient offense by Brighton, probably the first for the quarter.
And they worked that really well. As I said, Kai Williams instrumental there, drew a player, just beat his man.
And just let the free hand of Matt Fuss just light it up.
Or if you're going to let that man free his hands with the pace he has and the shot he has. And Brighton out again, kicking the ball down here. And Brighton with an opportunity. Tommy Polden steps, another one save. I reckon that's a foot save there, come off. And Polden, he was really good with a short stick in his junior career, but
long pole,
he can shoot. I know one of those under-18 tournaments in Perth. He certainly lets up rip, didn't he, Lippy, when Nathan and Code and the boys were all Evan Reynolds. Jakey just showing how much time he has out there. Ball kicks up the top to Dougie Brooks, who's on the ground. And Jake moving the ball, kicks it up here to Mitch Fuss.
A really young offense for Brighton, though, when you look at this.
Jackson Marsh. Brooks coming down on the left. They'll get the back up there, but that was more a pass than a shot from Dougie. But, hey, an opportunity nevertheless.
A lefty used his left. It was good.
Yeah, we like to see that.
Besides Tyler, this would almost be an under-22, 6.
Under 19,
yeah,
just about.
Yeah.
With the Brighton boys in attack.
So, and it shows the work they've done over the last couple of years in the in building a side. And if you want to build a great either carport, roof, guttering, good save.
Ding, ding.
Well, that would come off the ring deck.
Here we go.
Get some nail out of there, Mr. Mortimer.
There's 2 nuggets going at it.
That was
Tyler Lemming.
Tyler Lemming and Steve Mortimer. There were like 2 goats just crunching each other there. That's what we like to see at the Bomberdome.
Both bounce back up, no flinching, straight back into it.
Oh, yes. Would you be anywhere else?
That's what you call good old-fashioned lacrosse, that was.
And I'm just going to say, that is the sort of unbreakable stuff you will get with the traditional group, tradvc.com.au on 8376 3639 for all your carport, roofing, guttering and veranda needs. Get in touch with them and tell them LSA TV sent you, and they will look after you exceptionally well. And don't forget Living Choice. As we see on the Living Choice scoreboard here, it is still 2-1. Steps up here to Jackson Marsh, and he has some pressure from Mr. Pat Palmer. So good offensive set here. Tyler Leeming's a real big addition. Good work there clean from Paddy Palmer. And this is the outlet every time. Steve Mortimer, Cody Watts, and Jono Marinkovic. So there's a fasty here.
Drawing.
They've got numbers. Drew,
one more.
One down to Todd. Over to... bang. Did that hit the bar as well, I reckon? Crunch. The boys have come to play tonight.
Morty.
Steve Mortimer says, I wore one, you wear one. A little tap there from Nickel. Ball to be won. There's some willing bodies out here.
Here we go.
And Steve Mortimer.
The best thing about this is the umpires are actually letting this go, which is perfect.
And Brody Nickel picks that up and says, how about we just settle it down a bit, as Steve Mortimer, he's doing his work both ends, isn't he?
He is.
He's set himself for a big game tonight, I reckon.
He switched on.
So last time these two teams met, it was a 10-6 game down at Glenelg. It was sort of almost that 8-3 game, and then Brighton got a couple late. So there's a 4-goal differential, but if Brighton happen to win this game by 5 tonight, they potentially will end up minor premiers.
Interesting. Very tight then.
So, I mean, the 1s and 2s are still set, but, you know, that minor premiership is something that, look, you've got to be better than that on Jack Price. He will eat that up. But Chippy, he's been around, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He knows. And we're going to have a turnover here, I reckon, or there's a flag down.
Yeah.
I reckon
he went in the crease.
I reckon he's just touched Chippy's stick there.
Yeah.
So he's going to be probably an interference here. Interference, 30 seconds. So, you know what, 30 seconds, not a lifetime, they'll deal with that. But
as a coach, I don't think he'd be too impressed.
We're going to see Brighton's offense. So, and our other major partner, Living Choice, get in touch with them on livingchoice.com.au, 1-800-502-524, because if you need somewhere to retire and live, that is something that you would want to be in. And obviously, our other sponsor, who, if you've had some gear issues, get in touch with AussieLaxGear.com.au. There he is. Oh, Cody will consider that one a bit of a pass from Jack Woodford. He won't mind that pressure being added. Oh, good underarm pass out to Mitch Lewis. And you know you're on when you're hitting passes like that underarm as a goalie.
Yeah, Cody's really good for the big games. He loves them.
And that going to have to get that one back. Tommy Polden, if he gets this, may go, but he's just overrun the ball. Ground ball's going to be key tonight. Could have almost been a hold. Looks down to Morton. Morton fires.
Good job, Matty Bartlett.
That is no goal. The siren's gone just before Nige let that one go. And that was a really quick first turn, but just the overrun there. Great look down there from Bartlett. Matt Bartlett.
That was really good work there on the replay.
And bang, Nige lights it up, but no goal is called as we heard the siren go. Really entertaining first 15 minutes, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was not too bad. A lot of up and down, which you expect with Brighton. So should be interesting to see if either team does actually settle after this break and play some really good 6-on-6.
I loved it. Old-fashioned lacrosse, bit of crash bash.
Best thing the umpires can do is stay out of the game.
How was the contest there between Mortimer and Leeming? I mean, that's setting standards, isn't it? Both offensively and defensively.
The coach for Glenelg, Craig Schicker, he would have loved that. That is his bread and butter back in the day.
Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picturesque location only 30 minutes from the Adelaide CBD, where you are just a stroll away from local shops and facilities and close to Brighton Beach and its seaside attractions. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities, a place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Woodcroft, a fully accredited village in southern Adelaide. Living Choice Woodcroft, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1-800-502-524 or visit livingchoice.com.au. Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picture.
All right, and back here at the Bomber Dome, lots of laughs and jovial stuff going on in the background here. We see a 2-1 game after the first quarter, and goal scorers for that quarter we had with Glenelg getting on the board first was Dan Evans, that coast to coast down the outside. He just stepped inside an easy defence, put it away, and then Nige Morton got on the board, and Matty Fuss down the other end with an absolute laser of a bounce pass into the top right-hand goal to the Glenelg defensive end. And we see a 2-1 game here as the boys are just about to get back to the centre. And Woodford and Keesing, really big match-up in the centre there. Luke's been playing outstandingly well.
Yeah, it's good to see Luke. He's probably back in the face-off for the first time in a couple of years, consistently doing it. He's a good craftsman in the X. So it should be interesting. Woody's evergreen, Jack Woodford.
Does he ever play a bad game, Jack Woodford?
Oh, I haven't seen one.
You know what?
After 20 years.
Ball flicks out. Opportunity here. Keesing. And that's where he's been doing a heap of work too on those ground balls. Just picks it up, Evans. This is what he did last time in the first quarter. Just managed to find his way from there. But Tommy Polden's not going to let him loose as Dougie Shinnick just pops out onto Toddy Bartlett. And Glenelg will set up an offensive opportunity here.
Going into their 1-4-1.
That's a good match up there, the Toddy Bartlett and Dougie Shinnick.
Yeah, they're 1-4-1. That's, they've mastered a fair bit.
Now, this is a good matchup too. Tom Polden
Clean.
on Dan Evans. The
Body.
body strength there between the two of them, but this might be a bit of a mismatch. I think Price looking in the side here. He's just starting to tiptoe around the young defender there, and that could get pivotal as the end goes, because Jack Price has been really good at that exposition, bringing others in, and he can turn on a dime.
Left and right hand as well.
Yep.
The kid's got some class.
So he's certainly got his work cut out down the back there tonight. There'll be more twisting and turning than a sideshow ride. And
yep.
the sniper under immense pressure from Pridham. He's going to step inside. He likes what he sees. Brody Nickel with a cut. And you can see that box game coming out in some of these players, can't you? That real hold.
Hands. Yeah.
Toddy Bartlett lines up what he's... Oh, Chippy says you can shoot it there all day. Oh, bang, big collision coming. Great work. But Jack Woodford didn't flinch, and that was Dan Evans coming at him.
I don't reckon I've ever seen Woody hit the deck ever. He's an absolute nugget.
Brody Nickel just finding the backside there. Jack Woodford did not take...
Didn't even flinch.
It did not take even a half centimetre back, and Dan Evans is...
Subbing.
I think Dan Evans come off a little second best for that one, but he's just going to go to the...
Nige.
And another save
again.
there.
In the back. No.
And Chippy's doing a good
Nige.
for Morton. Steps around.
Here we go.
Here
Bang.
we go. Chippy
Chippy's
playing
on
a big
fire.
game, and that's... he might give him... There we go. There's a bit going on here.
Don't flow any flags. Let it go.
Chippy, give
Good
it to him.
job.
So we're going to have... We'll just see what Bog has to say here.
Pussy.
Turnover.
Matty.
So the ball's going to come out here to Glenelg. Chippy wasn't happy there, was he? I don't know what went on.
Might have just been stirring the pot. Chippy doesn't mind the old
Yeah, and he'd come up with two huge saves on Morton.
Big. And he probably would have told him that's probably what the conversation's about, just letting him know he's here tonight.
Price steps in and
save
over the
again.
top, and that's going to Brighton, bomb away. So Chippy doing a fantastic job down there in the cage for Brighton.
He got a bit of a stick to that as well, Chippy. He's on fire at the moment. Both goalies have come up big.
Well, you often find in these big games, whoever lets in the most goals, and that, I mean, I know that's pretty...
Pretty
Is he
common.
like that, Steph?
Yeah, wasn't bad.
Whoever lets in the most goals seems to lose the game. But, both goalies have got to be big tonight, as Tyler Leeming just working on Stu Mortimer here. And we see Nat Rowe on the field for the first time. I haven't called his name tonight.
Yeah, he's played a couple of Resi's games this year. We were unfortunate to come against Brighton, and Nat was playing. I was like, oh, God, here we go. But good to see him back up in the ones.
And certainly testing out... good look there to Jakey. And Jake down to the flag. That's a big slash across the free arm. So ball to be won here. And that is going down. And Bogger calls a slash there on 1-9. And that's... Henry Haskett, we're just having some technical issues here with the referees, and but a 1 minute slash there. Jakey just threw the arm out, and Henry Haskett went, all right, you can put it out there and hit it.
Is this their first time man up tonight?
They had a man up before.
Very early.
And actually no, that is their first.
This will be interesting to see what they're running here.
Leeming kicks it over to Kai Williams. And there's another bounce pass. Good from Leeming. Got the back up. Cody not happy with that one, but Kai Williams, he's certainly bringing himself into the game.
Yeah, Fussy's up high, not
So
afraid to rip.
Oh,
There's another one.
That one, that's got some whacker on that one.
That could be up on the balcony.
Do you reckon his toes sore then?
It was like watching Tomo at the Wacker.
It was. But they're certainly looking at fire in the ball. Bang! Arlen Lim says, Cody Watts, you better get on your post. And that one's just fired straight behind him. We got a 2-2 game, and on the living choice instant replay, great ball movement from Brighton. A real simple man up, just comes around and fires.
Wow.
Just a bit slow on the sliding pattern there for Glenelg. The third slide was a bit too slow. I'm not sure who that was. That was a very good shot by Arlen.
Offside hip there from Arlen Lim. Made Cody, he was on the post looking where he did.
I think
wouldn't mind seeing him do that in the under-19s very shortly when they get a chance to
young
play.
Stewie Mortimer was a bit too slow to go.
It was Stu.
Yeah, so back again. We've got Jackson Marsh. That's 2 from 2, Jackson, as up against Luke Keesing. So Jackson Marsh really coming to his own in the face-off too in this side. I mean, I've obviously got Dougie Brooks as well.
Another young kid out of the juniors. Yeah.
But Jackson's been, his last probably month or month and a half has been exceptional through the face. And I think he actually, I remember him playing Sturt out here when we played Brighton. He did really well, and then he didn't turn up for Tuesday night training, and sorry, you're out. And he didn't play the next week. So it's good that they've got numbers down here with Brighton, and they can certainly make that a positive.
Yeah, Mango, they've got the skill and the numbers, so Mango would be very cutthroat with his selections.
Oh, a little interception. And that ball's coming back. And is it coming back with interest? No. They've got numbers back into the hole. As the ball ends up down the back with Brodie Nicol. And Jack Price says, that's my spot. Get out of there. And you like that as a young player, don't you? Just having a little bit of control.
Taking him right out here, trying to work him.
And I think he's found his matchup down there and says, you know, I can go probably most times, and there's a slide coming. So
yeah, I think that's young Angus Higgins, I reckon.
Yeah, it is.
5. Yeah,
Angus.
Yeah, Jack wouldn't mind that matchup. He'll fancy himself every time, I reckon.
And he really needs to get out and poke that, doesn't he? Get body on him early, because Jack will. He holds the ball really well. Kicks the ball. Morton sitting up the top here. He's got Shinnick on him. Kicks over here to Matty Bartlett, and he's obviously been out for a while with had that shoulder injury, and just thought he's starting coming back into the State League Lacrosse.
Yeah, it's good to see him back, man. He's a good guy.
And it's a blessing having you've got the sniper out there, Benny Robinson, as a lefty, and then you've got Jack Price who goes left or right, and Nige Morton, he just fires every time. Looks at Henry Haskett, steps. Ooh. Oh, good little twist on the side. Nice look from Nige.
Well, this is only Henry's second game too in State League, so he's going to get better as it goes on as well.
And this week, 1 week left, and then we're in the finals. It's
come around pretty quick.
It's gone pretty quick.
The late start.
The old COVID Cup coming up.
And you'd be happy with the score you put on tonight, heading towards the finals?
Yeah, it was good. Good outing. So the result, as long as we won, that's all that mattered in the end. Obviously, we didn't have to worry about goal differential or anything like that. So it was good. But yeah, very good hit out. A lot of unselfish play with our girls, and a lot of goal scorers tonight. It was good to see.
Jack Pro, that could have been a flag for high, but nothing called there. Just got him up under. Just Rubbin's racing, I think, tonight.
It's good at the moment. They've put the whistle away a bit. So
and here's the potential. Here's a couple of under-23 Australian guys.
Oh, good recovery.
As Fuss against Haskett. Looks inside. Bang!
Oh, it's the sniper.
Thank you very much, says Benny Robinson. I'll take them all night. And a really well-worked goal there. And we see Benny Robinson getting on the board and just sneaking out that difference to 1 goal. And 1-1 in this second term. We've got a 3-2 game, as you see on the Living Choice, and not much you can do there, is it? Picks a shorty up, gets in front. Chippy.
Assist from a Nige
as
well.
He threaded the needle there. There wasn't a hell of a lot of room on that cut.
But once he grabbed that, Chippy's already on that post, isn't he? Everything's behind as a quick stick. So this is a matchup that has been a real contest at the moment between Woodford and Keesing, there's going to be a playing the ball without the stick. So that's going to be a Glenelg ball, and Dan Evans will pick the ball up and bring it into offence. And there's one right down the back there, and that is Toddy Bartlett. And the other game today between, was it Burnside-Woodville today?
Yeah, it was, mate. Yeah, we were.
Have we heard a score from that?
No, I had to leave. Hang on. Might be able to get one. I had to leave to get down to the girls here, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Woodville beat Burnside 11-5.
11-5, so Woodville. And that's actually kept, sneaking over the top post. That actually keeps North Adelaide alive for a final spot. They need to beat Brighton by 10 next week.
No, they need to beat Burnside by 9 next week, North.
Oh, North play Burnside.
Yeah.
There you go. So that becomes an interesting game, doesn't it? And Woodville, yeah, they've certainly making their mark too. Price
Save again, Chippy.
fires that one, and they're like brick walls down there. Just like as we see the instant replay here, and that ball's just gone out of bounds. And you see us in the corner there just sitting down enjoying the evening with these bright lights.
Stepped in. Oh, again.
Tink, that one. That's off the pipe. Shots being had willy-nilly here at the moment.
I reckon that's Toddy's second piper.
That was just too easy from Todd Bartlett then. Just walk past Byron Pridham. Too easy. Mango wouldn't be happy with that as a coach.
And Matty Bartlett against Fussy. Steps down, kicks the ball, rotates the other side. They normally have a cutter come off the middle here. Steps in, Nige Morton popping off. Jack Price just says, I'm coming in. He's that could be a hold.
Oh.
No. Okay,
Let him play.
In the crease was the call. And great work there from Price. He's the great hold too from Tommy Polden. He's got some wheels, hasn't he? Both of those boys.
Tommy Polden's a big unit. He's pretty quick as well.
I don't know. There must be some water. I don't know what's in the water over in America, but he's come back a very big boy.
So, and swapping from that short stick to a long, Brighton certainly will benefit from that in years to come.
Yeah, I guess the good thing this year, obviously, the club's not getting the Americans out this year, but the Aussie boys have gone over there for college are, back here for a lot longer. So it's kind of a good swap, I guess. They get to play some club ball.
And Paddy Palmer picking up Matty Fuss up the top here.
That'd be a very good matchup.
Just drop the handle. That's a coach killer right there from Woodford.
Dan off to the races.
So, and you got Paddy Palmer. He doesn't mind.
He loves a goal.
He's just sitting in the middle and he says, oi, Paddy, get out of here, mate. You got a longie. Go back. You've done your work.
He's another one that's obviously transformed from a shorty to a longie. He was in was it last 19s or the one before as a shorty?
He was in 19s as a shorty, yeah. and he nearly won a MVP for a grand final a couple of years ago as a shorty.
And
then goes back to the pole. And I can tell you, in the Australian squad at the moment, really pleased to have him with his. He's really quick over 4 or 5 metres to get to a contest.
Explosive, yeah. Get that GB and get it clear.
And Luke Keesing. Just ripping the ball. They're looking the backside. This is where the little ones come off the cut. Brody Nichols just run his man straight into Jack Price then. And Jack Price under immense, just fires a little underarm. I'm sure the offensive coaching, they'll talk about that because Brody Nichols ran right into Jack Price's space there.
Yeah. I don't think Jack will be happy.
Nige Morton picks up. Good. That was really good defence there from Dougie Shinnick. Just enough on him to take that real power away from Nige Morton. Well, actually, that might have been Jack Woodford down the back there. So Nige with the ball. Steps up, kicks it to Keesing. Kicks it over to Todd Bartlett. We've got Jono Marinkovic out there. Kicks it down to the sniper.
Good to see Jono getting some 6-on-6 time. He's generally the second face-off guy. So
well, he was late out of that Australian 19s team. So
he's a bit unlucky to miss out on that.
Oh, Toddy Bartlett, but there we go. The sniper steps in, and Benny Robertson, and you can see the gameplay that they're trying to get. They're running down a pipe, kicking the ball back, and they're driving from that opposite side. And you see there the space was cleared, and Benny Robertson on the Living Choice instant replay just says there is no slide coming there.
Didn't want to give the ball off to Toddy Bartlett. Said, no, mate, I'll take care of business here, and just kept coming around.
Second for the game?
Second for the game, second for the quarter. And we've got a 4-2 game here on the Living Choice scoreboard for all your needs as you get towards living a prime life. livingchoice.com.au on 1-800-502-524. And don't forget AussieLaxGear.com.au. Peter Greenhouse for all your lacrosse needs coming into the final. Get in touch with him on AussieLaxGear.com.au. And we've got a timeout here on Glenelg. And boys, where do you reckon this game's going? We didn't get to have a pre-game talk about what we thought.
No.
Thought processes at the moment. We're watching.
We were a bit late, obviously, coming over from the girls' game. But,
you were 18 too. I mean, that was important to warm down. I get that.
Yeah, had to have a bit of a debrief after our game.
What was your debrief? Just make sure your hands aren't blistered
Yeah.
from all the shots you've been taking.
Yeah, they definitely peppered the case tonight, the girls. But this game here, the boys looking pretty good. I like the physicality. I like how the umpires or the refs, they've kind of just disappeared for the game. It's good to see. So hopefully the physicality stays in the game, and it'd be interesting. Two different styles of game. Brian obviously running gun. Glenelg, that 6-on-6, steady the game. So I think it's going to be one in the centre with a face-off. So if Luke can stay on top of Woody and the young fella Jackson Stock, I think it is, and control the game through there. I think that's where it's going to be won. Obviously the keepers play a big part, but they're both 12-9.
12-9. Glenelg. Lippy.
11-7 Glenelg.
11-7. Well, I've got a 12-5 game.
Ooh,
Glenelg.
bit of a blowout, Tony.
I think there's a blowout coming.
Well, I hope not, because I wouldn't mind these boys just beating the living bejesus out of them, because Woodville are third, and we'll eventually hopefully play these boys in the finals.
Yep.
So let the physicality begin.
So rubbing is racing and let them race. Steph says.
Umpires stay out of the game.
Little break and ankles there from Keesing. Steps inside.
Twinkle toes Keesing. No.
And Benny Robinson, the sniper's come to play tonight as well. And he can do that to you.
Yeah,
he can step up and get 6 or 7 before
silent
you know.
assassin. He just does his business and no one even knows he's playing.
Luke Keesing.
Price
on his natural right hand. And doesn't he like that, Jack Price? Another one on the board for the Glenelg Seahawks, as we see here on the Living Choice instant replay. Lippy, speak. Look at that.
Dazzle. Oof. A bit of Steph Curry on the lacrosse field there.
Yeah.
And he remembered that Chippy was a lefty and put it over the right shoulder. So one there for Jack Price. And he hasn't actually scored many goals this year, but he's been an amazing amount of assists this year with points.
Well, he had 6 assists last week against Burnside without a goal.
Wow.
And there we go. It is half time right now at the Bomber Dome, and you can see that new facility up there, can't you? I mean, we've been in there a couple of times for In the Crease now, and it's an immaculate looking building at the moment.
It is
it's a lacrosse dream to just sit in that balcony, having a couple of coldies and watching a game of lacrosse.
I think they need to make lacrosse a summer sport or a spring sport and just sit up on that balcony in a nice balmy night like it is tonight.
What is your thought process? Obviously, we're heading towards the Olympics in 24, 28. I mean, 28 will be medal. 24 could be an exhibition. We're going to have to play this 6v6 game.
Well, what a time to play it in the summer.
I mean, imagine in the summer if this ground's available.
Yeah.
And we had the opportunity to be playing 6v6 ball out here in the middle of summer.
Yeah, it'd be good. I think it's not a bad move because, obviously in winter we go against football and soccer and all that, so it could be also a better opportunity to recruit other people and get them more playing lacrosse. If we go into spring and summer, we're really only competing against cricket. Basketball's probably all year round, so, it could be a good opportunity if we change it slightly.
But even if you didn't do it on a Saturday, like a Friday night or a Wednesday night during the summer, when you got competing with no other sport,
and you know what, you see the numbers that you get to something like a barefoot bowls, and by no means is lacrosse barefoot bowls, but you get that social 6v6 aspect. I mean, you look at rugby sevens at the moment, and if you go to a rugby sevens matches around the world, and they go country by country, that is a party atmosphere. So why not let's make this 6v6 game a bit of that, and get up and about. And speaking of 6v6. We're going to go and see our number 10 sponsors, and we'll hear a message from them.
Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picturesque location only 30 minutes from the Adelaide CBD, where you are just a stroll away from local shops and facilities and close to Brighton Beach and its seaside attractions. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities, a place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Woodcroft, a fully accredited village in southern Adelaide. Living Choice Woodcroft, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 502 524 or visit livingchoice.com.au. Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picturesque location only 30 minutes from the Adelaide CBD, where you are just a stroll away from local shops and facilities and close to Brighton Beach and its seaside attractions. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities, a place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Woodcroft, a fully accredited village in southern Adelaide. Living Choice Woodcroft, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 502 524 or visit livingchoice.com.au.
And as you see on the screen there, Craig Schicker just speaking to his troops about what and how and where. And a lot of pointing. Maybe they're just pointing, let's go to the bar after. Yeah. I don't know what that is. They're definitely pointing down that way.
They're definitely pointing at the bar. They're saying, how good's that facility? We're going to be having a few beers up there after.
And the score here at half-time is Glenelg. Just shot out to a bit of a break there with that last one to Jack Price. They've got 5. Brighton have 2. And the goal scorers that quarter, we had Benny Robinson with 2 and Jack Price with 1. And that's what they have for the game. We also had Dan Evans and Nige Morton in the first quarter. So that's their 5. And for the Bombers, we had Arlen Lim with a nice little sweet one in there that second quarter. And Matty Fuss got the first one with a ring ting ting.
Yeah, he ripped it from almost to a straight line.
They're certainly going to need a little bit more of that coming in. And we might just have a quick look online and see Ryan Stone and Paul Curtahan are watching. Big shout out to you guys. Pat McLean says, go Bays. And we've got Gail Sedgway says, nice new rooms at Brighton. And yes, they are. And you can see just everyone milling over there at the moment. And not only that, big scoreboard down the end here that's illuminated.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice and big. You can see it from both fields. And they had all their sponsors up there during our game. They didn't actually have their score up there, but
is that because it was that far one-sided that it tipped over? And
maybe, or there was no Brighton team playing. Maybe that was the case.
That whole set of scales that when it gets too heavy, it just flicks into the ads.
Yeah, sponsors.
You know, we're talking about this game now, half time, but then the game after is on again. Brighton
it's going to be a cracker in it in the double header here.
Yeah, there's some.
And you obviously coaching the Blue Warriors. You've had a fair few games against both those sides. Where do you see their strengths tonight?
Oh, you know, you got to look at the Brighton team. I don't think they've got any weaknesses over the field. Sorry, they've just got talent.
Yeah, talent galore.
The young kids are just, and then you got your import that's hung around, you know. Like
one Cassidy Doster, who's probably leading the goal-scoring ranks, although Jess Morrison's certainly chasing her down. So
she's been in good form, Jess, lately. She's really taken over. Karen gets a rest now, you know, more in attack.
Well, Jess got 7
last week. Jess is just a powerhouse at the moment through the midfield, so it'd be good tonight to see who she goes against the Brighton girls. But yeah, you know, you got also Colleen O'Malley still here.
O'Malley, absolutely.
You know, she just goes about her business and does her thing, and then you got, I don't know, half a dozen under 19 Aussie girls in that team as well. They're
just run rings like
they're really good to watch.
Annie Williams, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
And yeah, just on Jess Morrison, we might try and at some point get her on in the crease and see what she shoots at, because she's shooting plenty of goals.
Yeah, she's actually got a pretty quick shot. Yeah.
It's interesting though, because watching Jess Morrison come through the juniors and all that sort of thing, her speed. I don't know what she's been doing in the.
She's gotten a lot quicker.
I know she's been doing a lot of work on her speed, but her split dodge at that top, she just leaves you standing still.
She's really taken that next step. I think she's still in the under 19, under 23.
She's under 23 contract.
Yeah,
and potentially the way she's playing at the moment,
could put her up into the
push for a senior role. And
yeah, she's taking it to the next level. She's one of those girls you can see outside the Brighton girls are really taking it to that next level.
Absolutely. And it's not beyond, because I know we go down and shoot occasionally down at Glenelg, or we shoot around and at different grounds sometimes, and she is always there working on her stick skills, working on her running, so the work she's doing behind the scenes.
Well, I don't know, and I don't know if it looked like her, but I was down the bay this morning very early and having a coffee, and I'm sure I've seen Jess Morrison running.
Yep. And it wouldn't surprise me, because she has certainly put her heart and soul into, she knows where she wants to go in Australian lacrosse.
Oh, and you got to put the work in if you want to play at that level, and you can tell by her game, it's gone to that next level already. Yeah.
And a couple of shout outs here. With a few more people getting online, so send us a shout out. And Brady Williams says Jackson Stock, I reckon. That must have been when we were talking about who's what. Sam Hissey says up the bays. I think that means go the bays. We don't want to put anything up him, Sammy. But great to see. He's a regular, Sammy Hissey. Nick Wentz watching. Greg Mollison over in Victoria. Greg, great that you could be joining us here on LSA TV. The great man, Greg Mollison. Paul Kernahan says, nice shot, William. And Maddie Copeland says, let's go Nat Rowe. So a little bit of love in the air goes there. Yeah. So big shout out to you, Maddie. You're a superstar.
She's back over in WA now, playing East Freo. Is it East Freo?
Yeah, I just seen her score a lazy 8 last week.
Yeah, I thought I saw that too.
Yeah. And Greg Mollison says, g'day guys. So he's still online and he loves his lacrosse, does Greg Mollison, a huge contributor in lacrosse in Australia.
It'd be interesting to see how many Vics are watching, considering there's no lacrosse over there at the moment.
That's a shame.
And ball to be won in the middle. Great work there from Tommy Polden. Coming through like a straight train. But Jack Price says, you want to be in or just swinging wood, axes, and there's no offside there, but the ball just tumbles there to Jack Woodford, and Jack Woodford just says, come on guys, let's sort it out a little down here. And we've got a whistle.
Hang on.
Offside there on Brighton. So, Coach Killers, he's got to get within 5 metres.
Play him on. Don't wait for the refs.
And
just
Matty
get up
Fuss
with
says, Jono Marinkovic, he's got Mortimer in the middle. No one's picked Mortimer up. Mortimer could go all the way here.
He won't hesitate.
He won't hesitate to shoot. He's got the sniper on the outside. This could be an early shot.
Hit the pipe.
Tink goes the bar. And there we go. Polden coming back the other way. Running into walls, Nige Morton.
He is a brick wall, Nige.
Just setting him up again. No, that was Angus Higgins there. We love it, don't we?
This is great.
But, Tom Polden, you got to think, mate, if you want to go through Nige Morton,
good luck.
Good luck.
Well, he's put his hand up for the Aussie 23 side, and with what you see at the moment with young Tommy Polden.
He doesn't.
I mean, he is someone that you would look at in the future.
Yeah, definitely. He,
especially that 23 level.
Yeah, he definitely deserves to be in that under 23 squad.
So down to Jakey Rosenthal, and Nat Rowe down the back. Are we feeling it, coaches? Does that hurt?
Yeah, that's a dagger in the back.
Considering I reckon they need the first goal.
Yeah, they need to get their first one. Yeah, get them up and about. They're not, and they're flary self-Brian at the moment.
Cody's on the opposite side, and Steve Mortimer. Well, Cody will probably try and hit Steve Mortimer again here if he gets the opportunity. But Dan Evans is going to run this out. Steve Mortimer is going to cross, create space, and Dan Evans is just going right through, and. Flag down there for a one around it might be a slash around the head there, I reckon.
That was a good toss by Bogger. That was a good up in the air flag.
Nailed Matty Fuss.
That was a bit of a head high, I reckon.
That one hit, and that's a cross check there on Arlen Lim. So Arlen Lim just getting Dan Evans around the head area. And the ball is going to be in an offensive man-up situation for Glenelg. So we get to see Glenelg's man up because we haven't seen a lot of it tonight.
Which has been great. Once again, I'll keep saying it.
Yeah,
Umpires have not been in this game, and this is what you want to play with.
And you know what it's like, Steph, don't you? You know, if there's, you let it go.
Just let him go.
And there's a lot of fun bit. Fired. Is he going to call that a shot? No.
The boys know the limit to cross, and you know the umpires don't need to get involved. They know where it's at, so just let the boys play.
And the greatest game, I went over to 2014 to the Denver and played in the Masters with the Lacrosse boys, and in I reckon in about 8 games over there were 3 penalties called total when the old guys, and it was so.
Just a long bomb by Byron.
And it's really coming back, and he's got to get out 5 metres. He's got to get away from him because if he goes to him, he's can get that unsportsmanlike.
Is it unsportsmanlike or is it interference?
It's interference call.
Yeah, so it's still a penalty because we got the ball.
It's still a penalty, but you've got to be going away from the player. And if you step back into him at any stage, even if he takes you to X.
Sniper.
Oh, Chippy, big save. Ball to be won on the ground.
Bang.
Here's a contest. Angus Higgins, he's not giving it up. Luke Keesing, another number 5. He's going hard at it. Benny Robinson, ball to be won. And Nige Morton says, you know what, I'll take it. I'll use Bogger as a pick. And Bradley Edwards there just says, you know what, I've set a couple of good picks in my time.
Lukey Keesing.
Bang, and doesn't he bring that one down from the sky, Luke Keesing.
Does the old shotgun.
I'll tell you, he liked that, and we're going to have a look here on the Living Choice instant replay.
That had some zing.
That was a
After
snipe and a
stellar
half.
ground ball.
Bang,
Bang. Have some of that. Chick, chick.
Boom.
Says Keesing. And there's the first one of the second half, sorry.
That's going to hurt Brighton. That's 6-2 now, so that's 4 goals against the defense of Glenelg. It's could be tough. Tony, you might be right here with his fly out.
My 12-5 is still in contention here. Mind you, my 3 Mouldies last night, if Mitch Wallace had kicked a goal, I would have won all of them.
I think he was the only Western Bulldogs not to kick in that first half.
And he knew I was on him. So, ball here, John Marenkovic, great pick up. He's got Mitch Fuss throwing the axe. Did he roll an ankle then? Coaches have got a timeout here if they need it. But Jackson Marsh now going against John Marenkovic. He's a big body, isn't he, Jono?
Yeah, he's a man in a boy.
And Dan Evans is about to cross here as Clayton Burke just sneaking down forward on the backside there.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times the boys, they forget that if they don't check it into their quarter, they can go backwards. They get stuck and they think they can't go anywhere, but they can actually flick it back to the poles and cross on the other side like the AFL do with the switch.
Yeah, and if you use those switches well,
you get transition out of them. Absolutely.
And Dan Evans likes. Here's the matchup. They like that matchup, don't they? Toddy Bartlett on Dougie, and ball being carried here. Little 2-man game down the back, just misses a handle there.
Got to get it.
That's what we call an in.
Yeah, there we go.
There's going to be
Kipper, loose ball push.
That was an inherent pass. Kieran Sandow likes that. Inherent pass. That's one for you, Kiz. While you're watching, hopefully live and free on LSA TV.
Here we go, Fussy. Oh, Paddy Palmer, boom, take that.
And doesn't he tell him about it? Hey, those 2 guys, obviously with Australian contracts.
Oh, good
work there from Arlen Lim. He hasn't given up the go.
He did not see that coming, Fussy.
Paddy had him. Bang! Says thank you very much. And we love it. And if you're loving this game online, send us a shout out. Peter Quass is also online. Pete, great that you could be on board watching, mate. Scotty Vickery's online. Greg Mollison said ground looks great and the crowd is magic. Good to people enjoying lax. And we feel for our Victorian counterparts, don't we, boys? That they don't get to play this game we call the medicine game, because we hope you're all staying safe over in Victoria. And Zahn Anthony also watching. Big shout out to you, Zahn. She is the captain of the Woodville West Torrens women's football team, I believe. So, Zahn, big shout out to you.
Newly appointed, I think, this season, yeah.
Kit McKay, she obviously is in the ice bath. And just
after our game.
Warming down. It's good that the coaches are here, Kit.
I think
obviously watching Toddy.
Yeah, I think she hit the ice bath, and I believe she's got a 21st, so...
Oh, so internal icing as well?
I think she might be watching this game and then heading off to a 21st.
Yeah, I think there's
so
a
make
few
sure
of them
you
going to-
rehydrate Kit before you go out to that 21st.
To old Finn McCool's, I think it is too.
Is it?
Oh, watch out. Big night to be had. And Glenelg looking to have a big night
Jack,
here.
here we go
Jack
again.
Price. Look at the
Short
Luke
pole.
Keesing. No one's picked Keesing up there. He's off the backside.
Oh.
Looks, bang.
Oh,
and that's
Kit
home.
chipper. He's-
And there we
he's
go.
snuck it in.
Jack Price again. I mean, we saw Keesing coming from this side here at the top, and not one Brighton defender actually said, cutter coming, cover this. Watch the backside, and Keesing Jack Price just looks up, and Keesing's all by himself on the backside. Chippy gets a foot to it, but
He made two cuts because he went one way and then waited for Jack to roll and went the other way. And Jack with the short pole is not going to hesitate to be aggressive in attack. This is going to be a good matchup here. Right here in front of us. Paddy Palmer and Fussy again. Hopefully.
and he's
go
saying,
on.
there's a little bit going on here.
Yeah.
He's still telling him.
I think Paddy's saying, don't hang that stick out because it's coming.
Says, anyone need a yard sale? But Jack Woodford, this is where he does his best work.
Look at
And
him.
when things are down, chips are down, he gets you back up, doesn't he, Jackie?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Woody actually scores another goal here.
Oh,
He
here we
scored
go.
the next goal. Here we go. This is going to be one on. Let's go, 1-on-1.
There's a bit, they like it.
Let him go.
They like it, don't they, those two? Having a bit of banter. Steps up, looking down, and Brighton looking
Woody.
at Bill Woody. Steps up, looks
Fussy,
at Fussy,
bangs.
another bounce shot. Oh, save there. Gets a foot to it, and just starting to build again here as Rosenthal steps in, gets crunched. Arlen Lim, no, that's going to be in the crease. We've got a flag down, no goal.
There's a penalty.
We're going to have a penalty here, and I reckon that's who's running off there? Henry Haskett? No. We're going to have John
Steve
O'Marinkovic?
Yep.
No, Steve Mortimer. One of them running off, and we get to see Brighton build their man-up play just as traditional verandas, carports, roofing, and guttering will build you what you need here. Get in touch with them on tradvc.com.au, 8376 3639, and tell them LSA TV sent you, and they will certainly look after you. Ball up the top now.
That's Kai Williams.
Kai Williams, little
Paddy
flick,
Palmer.
and here's a race. Paddy Palmer, Kai Williams.
Whack.
That is, bogger! Look at the flag height there. That's gone into the centre. Steps down, bang.
Big save.
Big
Good job,
save
Paddy.
again. So
Man down.
Bradley Edwards there, right in the right spot. But what about that flag height, boys? He's he knew he was on camera then.
That was almost the size of these brand new lights Brighton have got, and they're bloody high.
So we have the ball being kicked around here in Brighton's offence. They're still man up. Two men in the box now. Only a four zone. Kai Williams on the left. Kicks it to Woodford.
Rotating.
Woodford down the bottom. Jake just watching the eyes.
Cody and Mitch
Cody
Lewis.
crunch.
Oh.
Another
He's
flag.
got a penalty. And there's a bit going on down there between those two. And there's
another
going to be
flag.
we have
Arlen's
got
gone.
more flags than we know what we do here.
Arlen's gone, I reckon.
So Cody's got one. And that'll be a
In
probably
home.
a cross check.
Yeah, in home we'll take that, and then Arlen's gone for his retaliation.
Illegal body one.
I wouldn't mind back in the day. If a goalie got a penalty,
Unsportsmanlike.
if goalie got a penalty, he had to cop the penalty. So I wouldn't mind bringing that back and putting some.
Oh,
guy
they only do it now, obviously, if you've
for
got
safety.
two goalies.
Yeah, they can't do it for safety, but
But Glenelg, so there's still two men down here, and Brighton will be one down. So Brighton are going to be up by one. But you know what? That's what we like to see, isn't it? We like to see a bit of that.
Couple-
I mean,
couple of
all
flags.
boys got up a little bit of love.
Bargy.
Yeah, and I mean, Cody and Jake, you know, they played a lot of junior state lacrosse together. They always give each other a little bit.
that was just Cody saying hello. I'm here tonight.
Yep, and you don't expect as the ball is going out of bounds, and that is going to be Cody. Didn't see Jakey behind him. But Arlen just getting up in the face. He gets the unsportsable. Like that normally costs a carton of beer, doesn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Fuss. Another one. And we'll see that on the Living Choice instant replay. He can shoot a ball.
That was deep. That was from a long way out.
Long way out. Steps in. Or you cannot let that guy free his hands.
Cody had that too. He was not far behind that.
But a man-up opportunity there for Brighton. And they score. So they get one back here. It's 7-3 it is. And Fuss gets his second of the game. And Brighton for their first of the third quarter. And we'll see Woodford and Keesing going down for the face-off, which has been a really good battle this evening. Jackie Woodford.
Woody's got one up on him.
Well, this is what Brighton can do, though, can't they? In the past, they have opportunities. Oh, Jakey Rosenthal says, you can come out and hit me, but I'm going to put one back on you.
There you go, and just like that, Woody's.
Game's on now.
And on the living choice instant replay, look at that. Woodford steps to Rosenthal. He said, you come out and nail me, Cody. I'm going to put that one down between your legs. And in the blink of an eye, Brighton have this ability, don't they?
They might be, this is what they need. They might be getting their little
run on here.
Getting their run on here. This is what they need.
If Jack Woodford can get this out again, another fast break in, another goal, this is going to make it interesting.
If Woody can impose himself.
Yeah.
Well, this is where cream rises, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Keesing that time, as he is in a white colour, as cream rises.
There you go.
So we might, just as they hopefully settle down a little bit here, we might get to some of the LSA TV viewers here. Andy Semler's watching the great shooter, McGee. Gail Sedgway says, Tony Sedgy says, refs doing a good job, don't even know they are there. And that's what we like to see, isn't it? And Sedgy, obviously a great referee in his own right. They're letting it go. And you know what? They picked that up there. They were both there.
Probably called a couple, which, you're right. They probably were there. It would have been nice to just let it go a little bit. But, no, it was definitely there. So hopefully it stays away now.
And Stephen Fisher is watching. Hey,
young Stephen Fisher had 5 goals today. So
only a lazy 5. As we see Todd Bartlett trying to get on the board for his first of...
cherry picking my feeding.
I was going to say there was no assist with there.
Yeah, there was a couple from me. No, Fish had no assist. Definitely none. He can't assist, he just shoots.
Cal Gibson also online from Victoria. Cal, big shout out to you, brother. Yeah. Hope you're well and the family's all well. And we hope to be getting back to some sort of training soon. Or some reality of lacrosse for Victoria as another shot goes wide there. That one's in the crowd. Someone might run home with that one.
I guess that's all we can really wish for. Is
it's a Brighton ball as well.
That the Victorians aren't playing at the moment. We just hope that all them and the families are staying safe.
Yeah, 100%.
And can get back on that field as soon as possible.
As I said,
they're doing the right thing.
So Brighton had the backup there with that shot. So they're going to have to clear this ball here. And this is where Glenelg were really good last week against Burnside. Their ride was exceptional. And they seem to have set up a higher ride tonight.
But you haven't got a speedster like Matty Fuss carrying the ball like he is now. So,
that's true.
But then again, I mean, Jack Price, I'd love to see these two guys in a race, and we might get to see it at some point. Turned over. And they're just going to settle. Henry Haskett with a great interception. And if he was in the NFL game, he would have
that's 6 points.
Run all the way to the touchdown right there.
Pick 6.
And he would have taken that ball home with him, I reckon. And Matty Brown's watching. Kath Conahee says, sweet shot. And yes, it was. The Matty Fuss one up high, and not much you can do about that when you get a quality player free in the arms and shooting at the rate that these guys shoot. And
the flip.
Little flip up there. The sniper, he's just getting a little bit of hack.
He's not.
Bounce. Price says, Fussy, if you can do that, watch me do it on my right.
I thought that wasn't really the right one, but it just pipped up. Yeah.
The bounce got chippy because I think he already went before.
Yeah, I reckon Chippy saved that.
Yeah.
And then he.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen it done both ends now. We saw Fussy's down the left-hand end, and that one had just as much bounce on it. And, well, I can tell you, if you're coming out to play finals on the Brighton Lacrosse Club Bomber Dome,
you're hitting the deck.
You're hitting the deck every time because the goalies are going to find it really difficult to save those if you fire them at that sort of velocity. As Jackson Stock, he's done a great job in face-off. Tommy Polden, he will let that ride as Cody steps bang. Good save from Watts.
Oh, here we go, Archibald.
As the siren goes, and that was a very, very good save at a really
crucial. That was crucial
time.
Yeah. And it would have been huge. Brighton would have been up and about 8-5, and now it's still 8-4. So,
and any time that you get a longie getting that close, I can tell you the little sphincter valve on the goalies, they start to go, oh, come on, guys, someone gets time on it. But really good save.
That was very good. It was, just need to be a foot in front of Cody, and would have been given a chance, but right on the toes would have probably hurt.
And we've got an 8-4 game here at half-time on your Living Choice scoreboard. The LSA TV brought to you by Living Choice and the Traditional Group for your traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering, and also for AussieLaxGear.com.au. Get in touch with Peter Greenhouse and he will look after you for all your lacrosse equipment in South Australia and around Australia. And we might just head to a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly community in a picturesque location only 30 minutes from the Adelaide CBD, where you are just a stroll away from local shops and facilities and close to Brighton Beach and its seaside attractions. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities, a place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Woodcroft, a fully accredited village in southern Adelaide. Living Choice Woodcroft, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 502 524 or visit livingchoice.com.au. Imagine if you could belong to a safe, welcoming and pet-friendly...
I'm just going to do a couple of shout-outs here. Guys next to me look good with my physique. Ryan Stone is watching. Chris Zuvich watching. They're probably all watching together, hopefully. Scott Newman says, go Bays. And Dan Zivkov says, hi, guys. Can you please give a shout-out to Zara Zivkov? She plays for the under-8s, Glenelg Seahawks. Thanks. Well, there you go, Zara. Big shout-out to you from LSA TV. Glad that you can join us, and we hope you're enjoying the game. And stay tuned for the second part of tonight, where we have the Glenelg women up against the Brighton women, which is going to be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, it will be. It's 1v2. So
it's another one that's up for minor premiers.
Well, how about last year? They went down to North Adelaide, and Glenelg lost. Oh, a little miss there as Tommy Polden. He maybe thinks he's playing attack down here at the moment. Yeah, last year Glenelg went down. Wildy knocked them off, or Burnside knocked them off, and knocked them out of the minor premiership. Yeah. So Glenelg will be looking for a little bit of
redemption,
silverware for the finishing top. But Brighton are class side, and they're really going to have to shut down Doster and the rest that come through that side, because O'Malley, Doster.
That's the thing.
The list just keeps going.
You put all your work into her with a match-up, and then half a dozen of them just pop up with
Kai
3 or
Williams. 4. Sorry, Kai Williams against Luke Keesing, 2 lefties.
Yeah.
Going about their craft.
Yeah.
Is there a changing of the guard there, maybe?
Yeah, it could be. Keesing, he's still got quite a few more years, but yeah, Kai's good to see him. He's back in lacrosse. He's played his juniors, and then obviously had his surfing and all that with his sponsorship and all that, and then he's come back to lacrosse. So
was
good to see.
outstanding in the indoor championships.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Box, yeah.
Yep. So that he certainly can handle the ball, and I think the more and more he plays out here, just kicks that one to Fuss. Fuss will inside roll. Where's the slider? There we go. Is he going to be in the crease? No, that is all clear.
All class.
And Cody says,
very good.
Matty, get out of my circle. As we see here, Matty Fuss just going about his
Paddy
work.
too.
Look at the turn here. And do you reckon Fussy would let him know?
I reckon he might.
You know what? I guarantee you Fussy probably won't.
He's
quite quiet.
Yeah, he just goes about his business, doesn't he? He
doesn't
chirp too much. He just lets his, what he does on the field, he just lets that do the talk. And
he lets Gary Gate there.
He lets his stick go, absolutely.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, stick does all the talking.
And what do you do as a goalie then? Do you come out and touch that player? Because as soon as the player's touched, if the ball's not out,
yeah,
that's contact, and
Or do you stay in your pipe?
Or do you stay in your pipe and hope?
Yeah.
I mean,
so here we go. So
Haskett,
8-5.
8-5 is the game.
Yeah.
So
here we go.
But Brighton on line for their first. That's Fussy's hat trick for the game so far. So
He's coming to play tonight, Fussy.
Yeah.
and you know what? Really good to see him back in Australia doing his thing.
Because he didn't play last game against Glenelg, did he? Was he?
No, he was still away.
Still away. Yeah.
Yep.
Got back just in time.
He got back just in time, I think, for Sturt or
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of them.
Burnside.
But Burnside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Price.
Jack.
Oh, there's another one that could have
Just fling the head back a little bit.
got a flag.
Yeah.
But
Snipe.
Sniper steps in. Oh, good
Oh.
save from Chippy. Wouldn't have had much to see there, but on the backside we get Marinkovic just dropping the ball. Great battle back.
Oh.
It gets the ball back. That's got to be a push.
No, let him play.
No, let
Tony.
him play.
Let him play.
Sorry, mate. I'm going to.
That's
Your coach's hat's still on.
And we've got a flag here.
Doug Shinnick's going to...
Doug Shiddick's going to have, and that's a slash. So he's giving him a slash.
Either an upper, Tony.
Yeah,
Instead
I
of the
just
push, they give him a slash.
yeah.
You got a game last week for that in the AFL.
For the dive.
Yeah.
And about 12 death threats on social media,
Yeah.
which we don't like to see
Do
at
not
all.
condone. That is
Sportsmen
absolute
are
rubbish.
out there doing their thing, and occasionally, I mean, if that was to be in the round ball game, there would be about 100 death threats a game, wouldn't there?
And it's normally the people that are saying that absolute rubbish that have no idea about the sport as well. So those people can just bugger right off, I reckon.
And Robert Polly Farmer, as the ball comes in
Polly.
from the back, he says, "Go Zebras." So they're doing a fantastic job tonight, the Zebras.
He's
Just
probably
ask
in having a nice bath, that's for sure.
Just ask him about the goal he missed in our game today. Just ask him about that.
Oh, Polly missed a goal.
Yeah, a few flags thrown. They're worried about the flags and not the goal.
Tommy Polden picking the ball up, trying to go through Paddy Palmer. Pridham picks the ball.
Paddy Palmer gives him... they went offside then again, I reckon, Brighton. Never got picked up.
Now let me just ask one thing. A night game like this, that refs are already ref today,
Flag down.
big game like this, would you not ask one of the refs to be a CBO tonight?
Mitch Fuss puts one on the board.
Oh, game on.
And we have a game here. It is 8-6 now, and you can see here.
Tony,
in
your
the transition-
score's out the door, mate, now.
I'm only one out.
That's a great
Good
goal by the chicken,
good
as he's known down here at Brighton.
Well, maybe he's gone, well, I'm not going to let Matty get all the spotlight.
Just because he's back doesn't
he's
mean
back.
that it's all about Matty. The other Fuss is still here playing. And then the third Fuss, Hayley, she'll be playing in the game after this for the Brighton women. So all three of them are back in town, and good to see.
And back to the centre. So another quick one here from Woodford would be huge in the context of this game. And Woodford fighting really hard for that ground ball. Here's a ball to be won. Ball kicks out here to Nat Rowe. He's got Dan Evans on him, just steps inside. So Brighton with a huge opportunity. Fuss already with three. Fuss already with three in the game. And Nat Rowe doing a great job getting the ball out there. We're going to have a time out.
Nah, loose helmet.
Referee
Loose equipment.
timeout.
Yep.
Just to get Fussy to do his helmet up. Fussy's been running that hard, it just comes apart, I reckon. We're going to have to nickname him the Flash, I reckon.
I don't reckon he's even got a chin strap. No. He's got no arm guards.
And the great man, Daniel Robertson, who had a million saves against Sturt today, is watching. And Robbo, that was an outstanding game today, brother. And you certainly, as the ball goes to the side, I don't know whether you got a little piece of that, but Fuss is lining up the top. And you must be enjoying this, Robbo, with both Cody and Chippy in the cage.
Oh, Kai.
Kai.
Save.
Cody saw it, looks up. He's got Dan Evans. Dan Evans stepping. There's that box game in it. Kicks it over to Keesing, and they're out. And that was a bit of a laser, that shot too. We were right behind that one. Cody picked it up late, but...
he's too used to shooting on Chippy. That would have been straight over Chippy's shoulder, but obviously Cody being the righty, straight to his stick.
And Greg Mollison says Kai Williams is a dynamo, Tony. Would love to coach him. Well, I'm sure...
we come over to SA, Greg, and you might get a chance, mate.
Or maybe, you know,
Aussie,
if you go to coach that Aussie box side, he's certainly a player of the future, is Kai Williams. And
we'd love to have Greg over here.
We would love. And Roman O'Leary is watching. Ricky Smithson, one of the other Zebras. All the Zebras getting on board tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
And Lincoln Potter, Australian under-23 player, Lincoln Potter, he's watching. He's probably watching to see what these two sides are doing because he knows he may come up against one of them at some point. Oh, good to Nickel. Good from Pridham.
That's play on.
That's a cross-check, and that's going to be a flag. That was I'm going to say that was a cross-check. He may give a push here. He's only given a push, but the hands were wide apart. If you saw that replay, he certainly came out with both hands apart.
Every defender does.
Well, and Bogger, how did he pick it up?
Bogger, that was all Bogger used to do back in the day.
Bogger's bread and butter right there. So ball down the back. Glenelg get a man-up opportunity, and at an 8-6 game,
this is
certainly
huge, I reckon.
Like to put one away here.
Fourth quarter, 2 goals down. Brighton can score at any moment.
Oh,
Glenelg
steps in, bang, and there we go. Nice, Morton.
Glenelg get the 3-goal gap.
And we say that cream rises to the top, and for the Brighton Lacrosse club, Fussy obviously stepping up tonight. And,
is that Nige second or third? Third?
Nige Morton has 2.
The replay there just
has 2, but he had the assist too.
Yeah.
So just steps up.
Much space.
Just quick ball movement. You just zing him from one side across the back up the top. It's too quick for him.
Gave him too much space as well.
You know,
So a little bit of breathing space there at 9-6.
Yeah. What does I 12-8?
Well,
No,
you're out.
11-9. No, I can't remember what I said.
There we go. Luke Keesing.
I said 11-7.
Yeah.
Turning back the clock. So Lippy, you're
could be
around
close.
the mark.
12, I think I said 12-8. So Lippy could be the man.
What did I say? 12-5.
12-5. Yeah, you're out, Tony.
You're done.
Oh, you never know.
I've never seen a goal be taken away.
No,
After
neither
20
have I.
years.
Not after 20 minutes.
I've seen him miss goals, but not take him off.
Oh.
So Nat Rowe against Aussie Sharks last captain. Tony Bartlett not moving the feet. Dougie Brooks, one of the under 19 or under 20 Australian players just burning down the side.
Just wheels.
And you can see
Transition.
why Dougie Brooks is in that side, can't you?
Yeah, underestimated the guy, the guy on your team that just does all the hard work through the line, transition, nothing flashy, just grunt work. Doesn't, guys that don't score, but they get the ball into the scorer's hands.
And speaking about great things, what about Living Choice, eh? livingchoice.com.au on a 1-800-502-524.
Yeah.
Are we going to be there, Steph, at one day?
Well, I'm quite a few years off, I'd like to think, but eventually when I get there, I might have to give Mr. Hobbs a call and see if I can get a room at one of the places down there.
The mills are fantastic.
Yeah.
They do a
facility's amazing.
Wonderful job, and they've been a huge sponsor of LSA.
Alam.
In the steps up, Leeming. Good. I thought he got a piece of that. How quick was Leeming on that? Can't wait to see the Living Choice instant replay on that.
Just picking up the scraps, really,
Ball
off
gets
the
to
deflection.
the other side. Did Cody get a piece of this?
Good GB.
That had limited room, and Leeming gets his second.
Actually, there must be a little bit going down there because Alan Lim walked past Cody and gave him another mouthful after that goal. So those two must be having a little bit to say down there.
This is great. I love this.
Yeah. Sorry, that was Tyler Leeming's first goal.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But they're 3-1 in the fourth. At a 9-7 game,
here we go.
Here we go. Face-off against Marenkovic. And
Woody
looks down inside.
Fussy.
Fuss,
Here we go. Bang,
inside, bang. Great
Cody.
save from Cody. Great pick up there.
Steve, get on
Steve
your
Mortimer.
bike. Go, Steve.
And this is what he'd love. Arlen Lim chasing
Give it back
him
to
down.
him. Give it back to him.
Keeps going. Kicks the ball down the
Oh,
back. Henry
yes.
Haskett.
Arlen Lynn just gave Steve Mortimer a cheat one, and then Steve just said, nah, mate, you're too young.
And we've got a timeout here called to the Glenelg Lacrosse Club.
If we get that on the replay, you watch this. Steve says, no,
Well,
mate.
there was one that copped down here, and I reckon that was a retaliation because there was one down in the defensive end, and I reckon that was a retaliation coming the other way.
Steve's just showing his authority, saying, mate, you've been in the game 5 seconds. I'm going to tell you what's going on here.
And speaking about great people, great things, Living Choice obviously, and traditional, and for all your veranda carport needs, and also AussieLaxgear.com.au. What about the Living Choice player of this game at the moment? What are you seeing?
Oh, it's been pretty even. Like Glenelg, that haven't had a massive standout. Benny Robbins chipped in. Nige just wherever the ball is, Nige just seems to pop up with the ball in his stick. Keesing on the centre draws. Cody's been pretty good tonight in the cage. Oh, no.
Well, I'd probably sit at the moment between the two keepers, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
I think they've both done an exceptional job.
Defense have kept obviously both teams under 10. You know, that's the aim so far. You know, as a defensive unit, every game you like to keep the opposition under 10. That's a goal.
Matty Fuss.
3.
Matty Fuss is
come to play. Done a lot of work up and down the field.
So ball.
Oh, here we go.
Picked up the top.
Burners.
So Brooks and the sniper with Pridham. So they're just going to suck some time out here, I'd say, Glenelg.
Yeah, give defense a bit of a breather.
It's 9-7. These 15-minute quarters seem to go pretty quick. Tom Polden on the ball.
This will be interesting. Nige won't mind this.
Well, he won't mind the drive from up the top here. They may play that little two-man game.
Yeah, Nige just does the old righty, sweep underneath with the stick and just go lefty.
And obviously, Glenelg just having a timeout, so they would have talked about what offence they want to go into here. And I reckon the coaching staff for Glenelg with Henry and Schicks, they would have just said, look, let's take some time out of this game.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen any hats tapped yet for the stall call, but good.
Yeah.
Dan Evans picks the ball up. I don't think we're going to be far away from it. So Lippy's been watching. He sees the tap, and we're about to get the ball in and keep it in, I reckon. There we go.
Yeah.
Stall call is on, and I don't think Glenelg will mind that at all.
Nah.
As the ball is down the back with Keesing. So Brighton need the ball back. So Glenelg can sit down there all day. So we hear go to black, and the Lukey he's just playing around with Dougie Brooks out there at the moment.
Glenelg would train for things like this. They, trying to kill the game a little bit. Knowing Schicks, they definitely would, train for things like this.
So they've just taken the sting out of the game a bit at the moment.
Yep.
So there's a man on. They've actually got an overlap on the other side. Ball up.
That's all right.
That's going to be green. But Fuss was being released from the centre because they were sending a sub. And I think Brody Nickel came on from the bench there to sub that Glenelg. And that could have been an overlap if that had moved quicker up the top.
Yeah, if Glenelg are smart, they'll just keep rotating the ball, keep it obviously inside their quarter.
Fussy's just leaving players.
So here we go. That's the double you want, isn't it? There's got to be a free man, and that could open up on the other side.
Dan Evans is just on the other side, just waiting.
Going about his wall, just missed it.
Nige,
can't miss. Oh, there's going to be a flag there, but Nige Morton just showing his quality. Frees the hands. Just missed the sniper.
That would have been good.
Left-hand corner.
Wouldn't mind the old Nige to score that. That would have been.
Hey, and speaking
brilliant.
of great Aussie Sharks, Tom Vick watching online.
Yep.
Had an outstanding 2014 Aussie Sharks there. He did. Big
Very
shout
good
out to
goalie.
you, Tommy Vick. And Scotty Dawson's watching. Michael Hood, happy birthday to you, mate. And hope the birthday celebrations are going well. Jamie Robb's also watching, and Mr. Twisk, good work today, mate. You were a little too good for us today. As the ball steps in.
The sniper.
That one could just about put it out of reach. And that is Benny Robinson's third of the game.
See, Benny Robinson, he's got 3 goals. I love the bloke, but he just quietly goes about his work. You don't really, no fuss, just does what he does. He's not a showman, he just quiet achiever, just does what he does.
I was talking the other day to a couple of Glenelg guys, and I said, Benny Robinson, he must be that guy on the side that's, he just seems quiet and whatever. And they said, if you get on the wrong side of him, he's like a man possessed. He will try and tear you a new one. And I went, no.
I've never seen that in Benny in 15 years.
And Luke Keesing with the ball out of the centre. So Glenelg just starting to get the ascendancy. It was a 10-6 game last time they met, 10-7 at the moment. So we're looking forward to an exciting final series if this is the quality of lacrosse, because they're only going to get better over the next couple of weeks.
I only need one more goal here. and I'm taking home the jackpot.
And
11-7.
And looking at look at the work that Matty Fuss is actually doing, and Dougie Brooks just stepping up. They're going to go down by 10, or they're going to go out by.
Disciplined, very good, well coached by Schicks and Henry.
I mean, Matty Fuss, he has just run.
And they just called a timeout, cheeky timeout, just to
get their subs back.
Yep.
Matty Fuss then just ran about 10 kilometres.
And Matty Fuss is gassed.
He says, somebody please.
Yeah, I think he's going to take a rest.
So, our player of the game, where are we sitting?
Benny, the Quite achiever, the sniper himself, Benny Robinson, 3 goals.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm taking my thing, and I'm actually going to go for Cody.
I think.
Oh, he's come up with some big saves.
No,
He has.
that one in the third quarter.
When they got within 2 goals, he saved that goal.
That one in the third quarter.
And then even in the
that
last
one.
quarter when they got within 2, he came up with 2 big saves.
I think both keepers have been outstanding, and I would probably go with them. And they both stood up big.
Yeah,
Jimmy
they've
made
both
some big
been
saves.
huge.
Cody's made some big saves.
But I'm just looking at all over. It's hard for any guy on field because there's been some standouts.
Look,
You got Fussy on a losing team. Right, you got Nigel stepped up at a couple of times. Sniper, like you said, Benny, but clutch saves.
Well, Lukey in the
I'm
middle.
going to say that moment against Tom Polden in the third,
Made
end
the
of
foot
the
save.
third,
Yeah.
and then
Killed the game.
and that's momentum.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to disagree with that.
But then they got
here
within
we go.
two goals.
Oh, Hack!
Oh.
There's going to be a little bit of love being thrown out there in the. Oh,
sitting
that's
over
a
the ball.
spike. We don't like to see that. Because that's
Bolden, get back in, son. You don't have the ball.
Angus Hidigan just gave him the old shovel.
Matty Fuss is still running around.
Yeah, well, Matty Fuss should well deserve an ice bath.
I reckon he might have a couple of
So just keep
couple
it
of
in.
beers after
There's got to be.
this.
There's only got to be less than 2
Has
minutes
to
left
be.
in this game. So
they wouldn't be killing it this
much.
much. Fussy run around like it.
We're
Man
gonna-
possessed.
And he's still going.
Oh.
And look at Jack Price. He's just opened up
getting
in the
looked
middle.
after.
Got to keep it in. Still it's on. And the ball just kicks down the back. And Glenelg look like they're going to run out this. This is really good though, and it's good from a coaching
Come on,
perspective.
let's put a goal on. I got to get my money
Nah,
here.
don't
You know
give it
what?
to him.
This is that.
There it
this
is.
There we go.
There it is,
And
Lippy,
it's done him
unlucky.
just like Mitch Wallace did me last night, Lippy. And you know what? That was a really, really entertaining game.
I loved
And,
it. Brilliant.
with that setting up for the next game coming up between the Glenelg Seahawk women team and the Brighton Bombers.
That's
as
really hope the female umpires took note from the men, the referees in the men's game, and just let the girls play.
And Gail Sedgway says, so nice to watch lacrosse. Stuart Hissey said, great win. And Jimmy Berendaz says, Bomber Dome looking absolutely amazing. And yes, it is.
Jimmy Melendez, blast from
the
the
past.
past. I missed that, man. Under 17 national championship player with myself and a few other boys out in that field tonight.
All right.
Good to see he's watching.
So we'll get Marty. Marty's going to run over and grab the Living Choice Player of the game.
Marty's going to be useful and go get Cody.
Although, do we call that running from Marty there?
No, that's a bit of a waddle.
I don't think that's a run as we see him.
No, but
look at that. Look at the fitness stakes in those legs at the moment.
be careful because otherwise Marty will do a hammy or a calf muscle because he's got that soft tissue injuries.
I can't believe no one's coming through the centre to hit him right now.
I reckon player of the match could be Al Marinkovic. Get out,
Look at Al. But Cody Watts will be our Living Choice Player of the game, and a couple of clutch saves when they were needed.
Yeah,
but
it
both
was
keepers were outstanding tonight. We might just shoot through the goal scorers of this game. For Brighton, we had Arlen Lim with a cracker. He got one. Matty Fuss, outstanding tonight, and
3
Brighton
goals.
are really glad to have him back. Mitch, not to be outdone.
Junior Fuss with one.
With one. We got Jakey Rosenthal with one, and Tyler Lemming, how he put
the
that
pick
one.
up in the blind bang.
How he put that one through. I don't think there was
nice.
much of a gap. So that was their 7. And on the Glenelg side,
Who do we have here?
Luke Keesing with 1.
1 or 2?
2, sorry.
2, yeah.
Nige Morton with 2.
Yep. Dan Evans with a 1 in the first. That was a good one. Jackie Price had 2. And the sniper himself, Benny Robinson, with 3. So that was very nice by Benny.
Very nice by Benny Robinson. And Glenelg will take out the minor premiership now, unless there's a massive upset next week between Sturt and Glenelg. And boy, are we going to bring it.
Well, I hope you bring it, Tony, just to rub some salt into the wound with fellow commentator Shix.
Well, technically it won't be because now Glenelg hold an advantage between the two.
Yeah.
And,
but no, well-deserved Glenelg minor premiers, and if they keep that form and that harassment in the game, they'll be very hard to beat come finals, I think.
Absolutely. So, but what a great final series we've got lined up, and the final series venues have been announced, and the grand final will be at the beautiful Brighton Bomber Dome in a couple of weeks down here, and we're looking forward to having
the grand final through here. East Torrens have the men's prelim finals.
Yeah, I think the Woodville got the women's semis, and then I think the prelims. Cody's in no man's land now.
Look at that. His teammates are going, oi, no, no, you don't. So we're just going to get Cody Watts over here.
The most running he's done all game. He's just jogging over here.
Are we still on? Oh.
Hello, mate.
We can still talk. All right. So we've just got a couple of technical difficulties here. Code, huge game this evening between the two sides. Both yourself and Chippy in the cage both stood up massively. How did you find that one late in the third from Tommy Polden when he got right on top of you? A big save?
I didn't actually expect it to go there. Kind of thought it would go across, and I don't know why I held my pipe or anything. Yeah, it kind of just happened, I guess. It was all a bit of a blur. Yeah, I don't really remember it.
It was a big save. It kind of shut him out for that. Just going into it. If they got that, I think they would have been better up and about in the last.
Yeah,
so you really nullified there.
So you now win the minor premiership.
Yeah.
So a little bit of silverware for the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. And I know last time you played this side, it was 10-6. Tonight, 10-7.
Yeah.
Looking forward to a final series against the potential of playing in a Brighton Glenelg grand final.
Yeah, they were really good tonight. Credit to them and Mango and the boys. They were well coached and had us for a bit, early. I think they had the momentum early, and Dan, big goal to start the game, and then moved on from there. And then Lukey was big. Jack was really good tonight. Showed his real potential.
Yeah.
That's what we see every training. So for him to do it out here on the big stage, it's good.
Hey, and a little bit down the back there with Jakey Rosenthal and Arlen Leb. It was good to see. Hey, you don't expect a goalie to come out and give a little bit of love. Arlen Leb, a little bit of love. I mean, you've obviously played with these guys around the place, so
bit of a love tap, really.
I thought I had him, and then he turned his body on me. So,
bit of playing
and then he
around
told
out
me he dived afterwards. So I said, didn't expect anything.
Well, look, we can put that out to LSA viewers. Obviously, Matty Fuss, couple of lightning bolts there. That bounce shot, the first one.
That second one, the one that he went low to high.
And you looked like you had it.
That was quick. That was probably one of the quickest shots I've ever seen. Didn't think I was far off it. But
you almost had a piece of that.
Matt Fuss is quality play. He's a big in for Brighton, and he makes them a lot better up and down the field. And
well, if he's shooting like that, and as we come to Australian selections, and he's obviously an Australian contracted player, we're just good to see that.
Yeah, I think he's almost a lock. He's a two-way player, and he's one of the best in the country.
And what about his work rate? I mean, I know you see it, but his work rate from standing down here when they're doubling, he must have done about 10 kilometres there, Matty Fuss.
If we had the old peak GPS on him, like we've got going to have in the Aussies soon, he was a workhorse all night tonight. Credit to Matt, coming back from Canada and coming out here, and he's a game winner every time he steps on the field. So.
All right, and have we got a tip? The girls are going to play now. We've got the Glenelg Seahawk women's team against the Brighton Bombers women's team. A tip from you?
9-8 OT.
9-8 OT.
Going Glenelg?
Yeah, base it up.
You've got to say that, don't you? All right, well, we'll let you get back to the boys because I know they didn't want you to come on. Congratulations, living choice. Play them around, and we look forward to watching you in the final series.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
See you, mate.
Okay.
Cheers, bud.
All right, so we might just wrap it up here, Steph. A couple of really good efforts out there for the men tonight, and at 10-7 the game. I am really looking forward to this final series coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute blockbuster. Can't wait. Looking forward to these two teams. Obviously, Woodville and then Burnside come in. They won the premiership last year, so they're no easy beats either. So it's going to be good rounds. Good rounds coming up.
Well, we will be back very shortly, and we will have the women's state league game here down at the Bomber Dome. 2.0 shining brightly, and it's like a real festival atmosphere out here.
It's brilliant.
So very, very shortly we'll be back live on LSA TV.